Hey guys, what's up? It's Tom, F dot, and it's been a minute or two or three or four since the last SPL Diary. I wish I could blame it on the fact that there was a bye week, but realistically, I was just a little busy. So, bye week, Cognitive Invitational, so much fun, so many stories. Let's just, fuck it, intro, let's just get right into it. So, Cog Invitational was what we did during the bye week. It was Cog, obviously, AFK, Team Eager, and Cloud9. So you had the four big boys, and it was at AFK Gaming, which was really sweet. Or AFK Gaming Lounge. It's an actual home base for a team, which is, I think, awesome. Anyway, it was really fun to see everybody sort of show up and hang out. And that's always the most fun. One of the coolest things about this was that teams wanted to win, but at the same time, it was a relaxed atmosphere. It wasn't about Worlds. It wasn't about the SPL. It was just like, let's win, let's make some dough, let's hang out. And for more importantly, for Team Solo Mid and for Cloud9, scratch that, for Eager and Cloud9, it was about getting their new player, Baskin on Cloud9 and Polar Bear Mike on Eager, into like understanding the team dynamic as a whole, as a unit, hanging out. Because remember, the other four have been to LANs and like have hung out with each other. These new players haven't got that experience. And for cognitive gaming, it was very much about meeting each other for the first time. These guys have played together, but not really, you've never really met, and that is bigger than you might think if you've never really played competitive games. So that was really cool to see how everybody just sort of hung out. I mean, you look at somebody like DJ Pernicus, who's, he's a big jockey looking dude, right? He's sitting there hanging out next to his mid laner, the best, having the time of his life. And you always think about these guys in terms of the game and never outside of it. And seeing everybody just having fun with what looks to be like people that might not hang out is really cool. That's one of my favorite things about gaming, is it brings different types of people together. Some of the funny things that happen, Aurora's out of his goddamn mind. He is hilarious, dude. So at one point, Aurora just goes up, I think it was to Fats, and he goes, dude, what if pizza had legs? Like, what if your pizza just got up and walked away? And I need to stress that he was 100% sober at this point in time. That's just what Aurora does. Now, we weren't all 100% sober. Everybody that was over 21, we got some drinks. I make sure to have a drink with Laz's and the Eager guys as per usual. And, we had a great time and a lot of fun. It's always good to see those people, especially as somebody who, this is actually really tough because, like, everybody's my friend for the most part. I'm sure if you give me enough time, I can think of somebody I'm not friends with in the SPL. But in general, I like everyone, But my job as a commentator, I gotta call out mistakes sometimes, and I gotta call people out sometimes. And for what it's worth, I'm also positive about people when they do positive things. But I have to be able to say, Allied is in a slump, and then look him in the face and have that be okay. And so that's always a really cool part of these LAN experiences, to hang out with these dudes and understand that business is business. And I would much rather talk good about everybody, but that's not the truth of how things work, so that's not the truth of how I speak. But it's cool and awesome to be able to hang out with the guys, and nothing has to be said. I did that earlier on, but these days, I don't have to be like, look, I'm sorry for shit talking you, blah, 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 because it's understood that I just call it how it is. And maybe they're not being honest, maybe they're just holding back, but it's understood that, like, I call it how it is. I am very happy to say that you are good and out of a slump, and I begrudgingly say that you're in a slump. You know what I mean? So being able to hang out with the players and just be friends with everybody is cool, if not difficult, because you got to compartmentalize. This side is the commentator on me, and this side is the friend on me. So, like, when I'm at these LANs, I say good luck to everybody, but I can't, lean over to one friend or another or lean a certain way, because I'm a commentator. I'm straight down the middle. And that is something that I pride myself on. I'm very good at, despite being closer friends with some other people in the league, staying balanced and unbiased, which is tough, but it's very important to what I do, and it's important for me as a person. So I'm glad that that was the case. And as far as everybody hanging out, we had a lot of fun. Bart, and Dan wound up hanging out a lot together. We got to travel around the city. I got a weird haircut. It's kind of weird. It's growing a little bit, but this was really short. I kind of like it. I've never... So Bart actually called us out. He's like, Dan's a haircut dude. You know, Dan has a weird haircut and can do it. He was like, Tom, you're in between. Like, I got a weird haircut. I'm sort of doing it. It's cool. Probably look better if I was skinnier. Something I'm going to work on. But, you know, and Bart was just like, I'm not a haircut guy. He walked in and was just like, give me the classic gentleman. So this haircut place was actually really sweet. We're getting drinks at this punk rock bar called Johnny V's. And, you know, the walls covered with like, not like Sex Pistols. I'm talking like NoFX and Bomb the Music Industry and like Libertines and like there's a crust punk dude in the corner sipping on like Tullamore Dew, right? I mean, this is a punk rock bar. They've got to show the next place over, punk rock place. And we're like, hey, we're looking for haircuts, and we got a recommendation from one of our friends that was this really posh spa, which I'm down. I mean, you all make fun of a spa until you actually go, and then you'll change your mind when all of a sudden you're sitting in mud, getting a massage, eating grapes, and just like, this is I'm kind of all right with it. But instead, the bartender was like, nah, I know a place. It's called Frank the Barber, D-A, Frank the Barber. You go down the block, you make a left, there's a Starbucks and then a door next to the Starbucks. There's no sign. Walk into the door. If you walk straight down the hallway, which we did, and it wound up being like just walls, it was like sheetrock walls, right? And then just like walk down the hallway, you'll see the tattoo parlor and the head shop. Make the left, go further down the right, and you walk into the barber shop. So that's exactly what we did. And they had time for walk-ins, which was dope. It was just me and Bart getting our haircut. And so we go, we're sitting there, and it was really cool. There was like a white dude with like a Demon Machine beard, like a metal guy, you know. There was a Hispanic guy with face tattoos, the tube socks pulled up with the Vans on, like straight NoFX style punk rocker, and then like a black dude with gauges, right? And so all of a sudden it's just like mad diversity, and everybody's just hanging out, and they're watching 8 Mile. And the metal dude's making fun of the movie, and the dude with gauges is sitting there like, nah, bro, this is a great movie. And the Hispanic guy's just cracking jokes both ways. It's mad fun. And the environment's awesome. It's a room like, honestly, it's mad small. There's 3 barber chairs and like a row of chairs on the side, and that's about it. It's a mad small like cube room, and there's just all these like show posters and band stuff and like, you know, just cool stuff. It was a really awesome experience. Got my hairs cut. And it was just mad fun. We got to make fun of Bart a little bit. They made fun of me, and then we made fun of Dan, and we just had a good old time. That's the type of experience I like to have when I go to a new city. I like to see the locals. I like to see what it's like. I like the real vibe. Now, I've been to the Bay Area before, and like, this is San Jose, not San Francisco. It's about 30 minutes south, so I didn't actually get to go to the city, as they call it, this time around. But the idea is, you know, I'm a New Yorker. I don't go to the Statue of Liberty or the Empire State Building. I hit up 53rd and 6th, then I hit up, you know, the Speakeasy Bar, and I hit up, you know, Top of the Rock. The same idea when I go to a city. When I go to San Jose, like, I didn't want to see, like, the Sharks Arena or something, you know, something touristy like that. That sort of barber experience, that's what I like, because that tells you the realness of the city. When you go to the Statue of Liberty, Statue of Liberty doesn't count because that's really cool. But when you go to the Empire State Building, for example, I mean, everybody there is a tourist. Nobody's a local. So you don't really know what New York is like. When you go to Times Square, you don't really know what New York is like. But if you hit up a local bar, just walk into a bar, you know, if you go to the food spot, you're going to see some locals and you're going to get the pulse of the city. And that's really what the haircut spot for me was. I got to just feel what San Jose was like. And it was really, really cool. Went back to the AFK Gaming Lounge, LAN Center out the wazoo, just really dope spot overall. I guess I should have started with the beginning, so I missed my flight. Before, like on the way to San Jose, I totally missed my flight. I got up in time, I did everything right, but there was traffic. And like Atlanta traffic is the worst traffic you could ever imagine times 3. So there was traffic that sucked, and it was rough. I missed my flight. So I had to fly from Atlanta to Vegas. And I just hung out in Vegas for a little bit. I got a magnet to put on my fridge. I asked the woman, it was a 3-hour layover. I said, hey, how long is my layover? And she was like, oh, it's 3 hours. I said, how far away are the casinos? And she looked at me and she was like, don't go. You're not going to make it. Don't go. So I stayed in the airport. I played some slot machines. Made a funny video. You can check it out on Instagram. But so that was the trip there. Trip home was fine. I sat with Adonis and Kiki and Shewaz, Kiki's fiance, and I sat with Barracuda. And on the flight home, Barra was here. There was a cute girl in the middle, and I was on the window seat. I'm sitting there talking to the girl. We're hitting it off perfectly. She's awesome. She teaches at a college near here in Atlanta. This is awesome, right? So, sweet deal. Excellent talking to you. And, you break in the conversation. So I break in the conversation and fall asleep. And I snore really bad. And when I woke up, the girl was like, shifted, looking at Barra, headphones in, just, nope, can't hear you. And I look at her and she was like, yeah. So, Barracuda, nice guy, doesn't wake me up. I'll remember that, Barra. But we had a lot of fun. All in all, San Jose was a ballin' experience. It was very cool. The actual production of it, there were some issues on AFK's side and our side, and unfortunately, the product wasn't perfect day one, but day two, we came out swinging, and that's really where I was excited about. We just got to talking about the games and had some really solid Smite, honestly, and that's all you can really ask for. Trying to think. That's pretty much the whole trip. It was a lot of fun. San Jose kicks ass. The Bay Area is dopamine, one of my favorite places to go. San Francisco proper, but San Jose is just about right. South Bay's cool too. And that was fun. So we're back. Today is Wednesday, which means the week of SPL starts tomorrow. So keep an eye out on the channel. I'll probably put out my prediction video tomorrow and help you guys out with your picks as far as the SPL is concerned. And as always, if you guys have anything you want me to address in the next video or whatnot, let me know. Holler at your boy. Put it in the comments or tweet at me, as always, up there. F.NY on Twitter and Instagram. And FSwag on Twitch. I appreciate you guys hanging out and doing all that stuff. So subscribe and like it and share it on to all your friends, I guess. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll catch you later. Peace!